This is Auction Network Live. I'm Jeff Brookalary, and joining us here in the studio is Elsa Lewis, Executive Vice President at Williams & Williams. And we've talked with Elsa before. You've seen her. Very educational, our conversations with you. We like to get into some of the more detail or intricate things in regard to real estates and auction and so forth. But right now, let's talk a little bit about relocation and relocation auctions. You know, it's kind of interesting. In my lifetime, and I'm not all that old, but even in the last 30 to 40 years, we have become more transient now than we used to be 30 or 40 years ago, where people would stay in a job, they'd work in a job and in the same career 40 years and retire from that same company. But now it seems like people are moving around a lot.
Yes, so interesting. I do think, and I've been working in relocation for many years. That's actually how I started in real estate years ago. Companies have always been interested, at least in the last, 30, 40 years, in relocating employees. There's something about, when you need an employee, we have a lot of people working virtually today, that's for sure, working out of the homes. But there's so much benefit to having employees right there, and many companies need them right there. So it's a scary thing for an employee to have to move to a location where they have no family, no friends, they have to give up the house they love, and a new job, and all of those things. So the great thing is we can help them get that property sold. Well, we can even help them find a property in the new location.
And that's one of the biggest issues really for a lot of people is selling the property they have now. They're not too worried about buying once they get there or looking ahead and going and visiting to purchase somewhere else. But selling what they have here is not always the easiest step. And I have a family member that just went through that in Colorado, moving to Wyoming and having to try to sell the home in Colorado. And that was not the easy part. Buying the new home seemed to be relatively simple because there was plenty of homes available.
Right.
So you here at Williams & Williams can actually walk them through this process.
Yes. So to sell a property here, of course, it's about talking to the homeowner. They're interested. Usually the companies, want the employee there. And so it's the family that's left here typically that need to get that property sold. Of course, it's important to get the right value on that property. It's just important for everyone involved to understand the value. What actually is that property worth? Everybody thinks there's a magic number, and of course for the homeowner, that's their investment. And so it's very important to them to understand it and feel comfortable with that. We want to do that as well. So as far as the process goes, it all begins with talking about expectations, the value, valuing the property, going out and looking at it. We have auctions about opportunity and urgency. What we are able to create for a homeowner that they're not able to get typically in the traditional real estate model.
Right, exactly.
So
and there's time definite too.
It's time definite, and that's where the
especially
opportunity
when they're
and
trying
urgency,
to move.
Exactly, that's how it's created.
Yeah.
Because you got our cycles are 30-day cycles. We have found in auction that going way over that, 45 to 60 days is too long. You put up an auction sign, and what do you think automatically? I've got to check out that property. That property may be something I could buy. Maybe there's an opportunity there. So, and yet it's going to sell in 3 weeks. So I've got to it's a time definite sale. If I'm going to buy, I have to show up. I have to be there that time, that date, or it's too late for me.
And for the owner, they do want to be out of there as quickly as possible, especially since they have to get to the new location quickly to start the new job or what have you. So for them, they do want to sell as quick as possible.
Yes, they do. And what's interesting too, though, is the companies want them there.
Sure. Because
even if the employee's there in Denver and the homeowner is here in Tulsa, what's that employee thinking about 35% of the time?
The family he left behind.
Is his family back here. So they're not together. He's not fully on board. And can't do the job he would do if the home was sold and he's moving. Relocation companies have been around a long time, but they're still very active today. And we work with them directly. relocation companies and corporations that have relocation departments, where we're actually working with them to help their employees sell their homes.
Oh, that's cool.
So they contact us, we look at the property, we board them on, and we're going to conduct an auction in 30 days.
Wow.
And it's perfect for the employee, it's perfect for the company because they've got the employee and the family moved and everybody's together.
So that's all they have to do is really contact you, contact somebody here at the
Yes,
Williams &
that's
Williams
correct.
office to get the ball rolling on this. If they know that they need to move, they're going to relocate, they want to sell their home. It's an individual home seller. We're not talking about
Right.
brokers and investors out there.
Right.
But an individual home seller that wants to sell, needs to sell, and be out by a certain date. The best option is to call you or somebody here at Williams & Williams.
That's exactly right. We can help them talk through the process, help them understand it a little bit more in the granular details, and they will take the guessing out of it. No more guessing.
Yeah.
When is it going to sell? How long am I going to be here in the summer? My kids get out of school. Am I not going to get my home sold in next year? I won't be with our family won't be together. So we can take all of the guessing out of it. And
at the same time, they can use Williams & Williams to purchase a home at the new location.
that's right. So we help relocation companies do that as well, and employees. So say they are moving to Denver. We have relationships with brokers all over the country,
right.
and we can get them set up on a tour for the weekend. Their company is allowing them to go look at it, look at the area, do a tour, see what the schools are like, see where communities, the gym, the church, where everything is located,
Right.
and help them get settled in their new location.
All right, Elsa, great information once again. We thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank
so
you.
if you are looking to relocate, maybe you do need to move and you've got to move ahead, make sure you contact the folks here at Williams & Williams, and we'll have more for you right here at Auction Network Live.